All right, and welcome back, everyone, to the stage. No, actually, no, sorry, the league closing. I'm already so used to saying to the stage announcement. Oh my God. After we already know what happened with the activities during this league, now we're going to talk a bit about what happens with the league itself and what we went through. Now, before we announce it, we just want to just give a small, let's say, blast to the past of what happened in the last 2 months, because I think it could be really overwhelming into just remembering everything that you guys accomplished by participating in this World Data League. So we started with 50 teams. Actually, before we started with 50 teams, we had many more applications, but then we had to select 50 teams from those applications. And this translated into 186 participants coming from all around the world. And when I say all around the world, I mean we had 34 nationalities competing in World Data League. Some teams were from the same nationalities, but we had also other teams that were international teams, meaning composed by several nationalities. And what does this translate into? Well, that's 79 submissions that we had for all of our challenges. Now, obviously, not all the teams submitted. Some teams saw that it was too much and quit on their way to the finals, but others continued submitting challenges. And this is a total number. We're actually very happy with this number of submissions, because this means that there are 79 solutions to socially oriented problems, which is the end goal of World Data League. But what made those 79 submissions happen? Well, first of all, it's all the mentoring sessions. So we had around 42 mentoring sessions, which also shows, again, the importance of those mentoring sessions. And one thing that we noticed is that from the beginning, we actually saw some improvements. So this is the feedback we got from the jury and the mentors. It's that as the stages got along, the submissions were getting better and better in quality. And we really think that it's due to these mentoring sessions. And as long as we're talking about the jury, we also had 100 different evaluations submitted for all the submissions that were done. So that was also very important. And we could see that the jury had also a very big role here in scoring all of your work. So that's more or less in numbers, but now let's dive deep into what each stage was. And maybe Miguel, you could take from here.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, since we're on the topic of WDL recap, it makes complete sense to take a look at each stage and to see what each stage brought us. So first off, we had stage 1, and the topic was public transportation. Under stage 1, we had 2 challenges, both coming from our topic partner, PSE. Now, PSE is a Portuguese company specialized in data science and advanced research, which has been on the market since 1994. And pretty much their work is mainly focused on implementing technology solutions and providing consultancy to data science services, using data science services. So that's how they come up with some of these problems as well. Now, the first challenge was around developing a churn and retention model for public transportation. The goal was simple. We had to create a framework that would enable to measure the increase and decrease of passengers of public transport, which would in turn help understand if the changes to any of promotional campaigns that could be going on or changes to the system of public transportation would affect the usage of the system itself. The data that was provided consisted of users' socio-demographic characterization, and participants also had access to an aggregated OD matrix. In total, we had 16 submissions to this challenge. Secondly, we had another challenge where the goal was to create a model of integrated transports for senior citizens. More specifically, the goal was to better understand mobility patterns of senior citizens and their characteristics, with the objective of providing better conditions of mobility for said citizens. The data provided was the daily average number of senior citizens traveling on road network links between April 2019 and March 2020. And in total, we had 11 submissions for this challenge. After that, we went to stage 2, and the topic was traffic. Next slide. Topic was traffic, and this time we had 4 challenges. The first one came directly from the municipality of Porto in Portugal, and this one revolved around predicting traffic flow in a city using induction loop sensors. The goal of this challenge was to create an explainable prediction model of when and where heavy traffic flow and congestion will happen in the city. And on the other hand, by opening up this possibility to extract useful insight regarding traffic using these sensors, it could also be possible to create other tools for the city to manage traffic much better. And so that was also part of the challenge for teams to reflect on. For this one, we had 12 submissions. Secondly, we had a challenge from Nova Cidade Urban Analytics Lab. This is an organization that aims to support decision-making at a municipality level. And they look at stuff such as micromobility, waste management, parking, pollution, and emergency as well. Their challenge more concretely was about identifying patterns and predicting irregular parking in cities in order to improve parking surveillance and dissuade irregular parking. And for this one, we had 3 submissions. Not lastly, but in third place, this one had 4 challenges actually. We had another challenge from Nova Cidade, this time concerning patterns and predictive modeling of traffic accidents. I mean, as we all know, it is extremely important to understand the characteristics when traffic accidents occur, along with predicting them. So this allows city emergency services to respond to an emergency, and also for city managers to plan road traffic, considering this risk of traffic accidents. We had 6 submissions for this challenge. Lastly, we had another one from PSE, this time around identifying road segments with a potential safety hazard. This challenge looked at the importance of understanding which areas in the city of Porto and or Lisbon are riskier. And to achieve that, the outcome of this challenge was a heat map that considered traffic intensity data, characteristics of road segments, and also their speed profile. This heat map identified the most conflictive areas or roads in the city. For this challenge, we had 4 submissions. After that, we had challenge stage 3, and that's back to you, Leon. And I think that Leon is muted.
Never happened to anyone, right? When you start talking and you're mute.
Fulfill the expression of 2020, you're muted.
Yeah, not question, affirmation, affirmation. The question is, can you see my screen? Okay, so stage 3 cycling. So yeah, for this stage, we actually took another mode of transportation inside the city, and actually a very sustainable one, but still that many cities need infrastructure to prepare. And if we're talking about infrastructure, this is why we also took different challenges. So one of them was predicting the demand for shared bicycles. The provider here was the metropolitan area of the Aburra Valley, which is the metropolitan area that includes the city of Medellin in Colombia. And basically what they wanted to know is which place will have which demand for their shared bicycle system. The Medellin city itself has an interesting geographical as well, let's say, situation, because as the name says, they're in a valley. So they had a lot of difficulties of trying to predict it. And for those, we have 9 submissions for that challenge. Then the next challenge was literally paving the way towards a safer city by Cycle AI. Cycle AI is a startup that works on applying AI to safety in cycling. And they provided a data set of images from the city of Lisbon. And the goal was to identify which segments were safe to cycle and which were not, by identifying, for example, potholes on the roads. And for those, we had 5 submissions. And then finally, we had missing links, closing the circuit in existing cycle networks by UShift. So UShift, it's a research lab based in Lisbon, and they work on mobility. And the goal here was to just looking at the network, looking at the cycling network to identify where are the missing links in that network and how should they connect in order to make this network a really good network for the citizens. And then finally, as the last stage, but obviously not the least important one, was environment. And here we looked also at 4 different challenges. So first was the strategies to reduce the environmental and health impacts of pollution from mobility. So the goal of this challenge was to look at the pollution levels and the mobility level and to think how could the working times can be reorganized. Unfortunately, we had no submissions for this challenge. Then we had attracting population to green space in metropolitan areas, also again by PSE. And in this case, we challenged the participants to look at what factors do matter when people come to the green space areas and how could we attract more people to use those green space areas. Then we had 2 more in that stage, 2 more challenges in that stage. One was optimization of outdoor activities in cities, again by PSE, which looked at a different problem, which is visual pollution. And in this case, the goal was to think how could you optimize the number of, how can you advertise the placement of the outdoor advertisement, but so that you could also reduce their visual impact. So there's less visual pollution. And then last but not least, we had 2 submissions for the predicting air quality for outdoor activities, which was a challenge by the municipality of Cascais. And the goal there was to predict in the places where there is outdoor activities, how is the air quality going to be like? And then, and also suggest some places where they could do this outdoor activities where there is cleaner air, for example. And I think that those were all the challenges. As you can see, it's been a lot of work. Sometimes we really wanted to do this kind of recap because sometimes as time goes by, we don't notice how much work went into this, but there's really, really a lot of work. But after these 2 months of work, what comes next? Because this is one of our core values for World Data Leak, is that we really don't want to throw any of the solutions away. And we really want to actually some impact to come from them. So there are a couple of things. Well, first, we do want to do more editions of World Data League, but for that, we need your feedback. This was our first edition, and we are aware that we could do a lot of improvements, but we would like to hear from you. What did you like? Why did you not like? Did you like, for example, the format? What did you think of the challenges? What did you think of the activities? And at the end of it all, it's if you would be organizing such a data league, world competition of data, how would you organize it? I think that would be the biggest question that we would like you to answer. Maggie and Tammy are working hard on this feedback form to make sure that we capture everything, and they will send it to you very soon. Then next we have the finals. Well, the finals, yeah, soon you're going to be seeing who won and who is going to the top 10. We're going to have one more challenge. We already know what it is. We think it's going to be very interesting and a bit different from what you've been doing so far. So hope you're very excited. Then also, as we are speaking, the public repository was completed today, and it's going to be published by the beginning of the next week. It will have all your work and all the authors that worked on the code that is there. And we will make sure to also publish it into our website and to anyone who is interested on follow up any of the solutions that you have brought. And in order to kind of also promote all the work, all the hard work that you did, we're also going to write a white paper. So we're going to take all the submissions. We're going to analyze what were the good things about it, what kind of solution could you have come up, what kind of data perhaps the city should start collecting to have even a better solutions. And we're going to publish this white paper, which we're also going to disseminate between different municipalities, between different organizations that works with cities, and so on. And one final note, I guess you've seen already the call for the So Good workshop papers in case somebody wants to publish. We already have at least 4 teams interested, and one of them already even started working on the paper. this is a good opportunity to publish something. So what is the So Good workshop? It's basically a workshop inside the ACML PKDD, which is the biggest data mining conference in Europe. And it's a workshop where they talk about data science for social good. Now your question is, what is a workshop versus what is a conference? Well, a workshop is a place where you can publish that work that is still under development. So this means that it's perfect for the type of work that you did on World Data League, because it doesn't need to be something super advanced that has been worked upon for months and months on end. Well, before now, we're really finishing up and wrapping up, but I think there's still a couple of thank yous to be given out. And first, it's our financial supporters. I mean, without them, this would have been completely impossible. And here we're talking about the Kalos Foundation, Scala Porto, Urban Co-Creation Data Lab, which is part of the Nova University, Siemens, Basecon, OLX Group, OutSystem, Fidelidad, and PSE, who have been really a huge help. And again, without them, this would have been completely impossible. But also all our challenge and data provider. And yeah, I think we already all mentioned all of them previously. Just one that was not mentioned was Open Weather, because they did not provide any challenge, but they did provide a lot of useful data, especially when we're talking about cities, and that is on air quality and also on the weather. And besides all those, there were also some technical partners with whom definitely this wouldn't have been possible, and also all the amazing communities, data communities that spread out the world about World Data League a bit all around the world. So thank you to those as well. And yeah, thank you also to all the jury members, all the mentors. They put in lots and lots of hours of work. Just for you to have an idea, it takes around 1 hour to evaluate each challenge submission. So if you multiply that times 4 or 5, depending on the number of challenges they had to evaluate, it's a lot. So yeah, thanks there to everyone. And of course, last but not least, the organizing team. Now we're here 4 of us, but there's a bigger team in the background, from organizing all the communication, talking to mentors, talking to jury, updating our website. I don't know, there's so many little tasks done that I cannot remember right now, but guys, you were also amazing. And I think without you, that would have been completely impossible. But now we're going to the moment you've been waiting for, because I think you're tired of me saying thank you. So Miguel, will you do the honors?
Sure. And what a great honor it is. Like, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. So I mean, it's time to announce the winner of stage 4, and let's not waste more time there, or let's waste a little bit more time and get some heart attacks.
Maybe we can have them turning on their cameras. That would be the first step.
Yeah, we're actually, yeah, I mean, I want to start by congratulating everyone who submitted their solutions for this stage. I can already say that it made quite a difference on our final leaderboard, and it led to some interesting leaderboard shuffles. So let's take a look now at the leaderboard, and then we'll come back to talk to the top 3. Let's go. It's in 10th place, Tech Corner, with 136 points from Portugal. 9th place, Sustainable D3s with 159, also from Portugal. In 8th place, Belmanuel Soto, 169 points, international team. 7th, Urbanata with 183 points from India. 6th place, Next Epoch with 200 points, international. 5th place, Sidereus, 203 points, international. And 4th place, Akita with 208 points from China. So now we have the top 3 teams with us today. Guys, you already have those cameras on. So here we have the Data Sloths, Tech Moguls, and Money House, not necessarily in this order. So let's just announce who those winners are. And I will start with number 3. I will actually start with number 2. I'm going to start with number 2. Data Sloths with 243 points. International team. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. And now in 3rd place, we have, or rather in 1st place, we have Tech Moguls with 270 points from Portugal. So Money House, third place, 209 points from Portugal as well. Congratulations, guys. Let's go now to the video pitch of the winning team, Tech Moguls. And we're going to come back for a quick chat with the winners. Let's go, guys.
Cities are flooded by countless outdoor advertising panels, often with a poor distribution. In Portugal, most billboards are placed in coastal regions, with a greater focus in Porto or Lisbon. However, the space is not well optimized, as some cities display regions where there is a high number of billboard views and little billboards. To determine the optimal locations, we use a meteoristic that optimizes the billboard density and the total number of views by swapping the coordinates of a given billboard. We focus on the city of Lisbon and suggest moving 5,000 billboards, which could lead to an average increase in daily viewers of around 700 people for each billboard. We believe that this model can be part of a decision support system benefiting to stakeholders, policymakers by optimizing the management process of billboard placement, and advertising companies by advising companies on places with good potential that may be underestimated.
And we're back with our stage 4 winners. You just got the opportunity to see their pitch. Now I have here, the Tech Moguls, and more specifically, Paulo is here with us.
Hey.
Paulo, let's talk for 3 quick minutes about how you guys took this one.
Yeah, sure. So it's just me today. It's a hard weekend in Portugal, as the Portuguese guys know, because we have a holiday on Thursday. Okay, so thanks.
It's not that hard then.
Well, it's hard to find people available, actually.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Thank
tell
you,
us,
guys.
was it very different this time? Because you also took the one from stage 1. How was this one compared to the one on stage 1?
Yeah, this one was actually a bit different. So the way we faced the issue was by attempting to solve an optimization problem instead of just using data analysis or classical machine learning, because we saw the billboard placement as actually being an optimization problem that can be solved using something like meteoristics. In our specific case, like we showed in the video, we just created some operators that shuffled the positions of the billboards, since we knew the exact amount of people that have access to that location, and this way we could estimate the actual costs of moving the billboard there and the actual impact, which is the increase in the number of people that got to see it. And this was the way we thought about it. We didn't try to make anything too complex. We thought this was enough. Our algorithm, our solution obviously wasn't the best. It's something that we did rather quickly, but well, I guess it was enough, because the major idea was there, and we also spoke a little bit about how to scale this up. You could add several constraints. In our case, we tried to minimize the density of the billboards, which we calculated for every one of our iterations, and also the number of people that got to see it. But there were some other stuff that we could also do, but didn't have time, such as minimizing the number of billboards moved, minimizing the distance that they need to be moved, etc. And well, the most important factor is actually calculating the impact of your solution. I think that's what we had most similar to the first challenge, and that probably got us more points.
And how did you guys do that without giving too much?
No, we can speak about it. So we checked the gas price, the average gas price in Portugal, calculated how much kilometers you'll need to do to move the billboards, like a broad estimate, and then calculated also the increase in views you would have if you move the billboards to specific XY coordinates, which were the coordinates where you already had other billboards. So it wasn't like in the middle of the sea or something like this. And this way you can get a price per view, which you can then give to companies and to the municipalities to sponsor a bit of those transports. So you have a reduction in pollution, which is something that the cities want, and you have an increase in views, which is something that the companies that have those billboards want.
Okay, cool. That was actually pretty smart.
Thanks.
Cool. And why did you guys choose this challenge on stage 4?
Actually, because it was the most different one compared to what we had solved before, and we wanted to learn new stuff. And meteoristics is something that we didn't know a lot of. I just did a project in my company once, and Tiago did a course on his PhD about it, and nothing else. It's always good to learn.
Comfortable then, because you decided to risk maybe going to a project where you felt less comfortable, but on the other hand, you would get some experience there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, pretty cool. And have you debriefed with the rest of the team about how it went? Like, are you guys happy with overall with the solution that you came, or would you do something different?
We actually weren't expecting our solution to be that good. Well, it was okay in our opinion, but it's always, well, I never like my work, so it's same like that. Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff that we could have done in terms of choosing what variables to optimize.
It's a good thing when you hear yourself recording, but you don't like your own voice, but it's for your data science work.
Yeah, it never happens to us. No worries.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Leon, do you have any questions before we go?
Yeah, I have one actually. I think that's a pretty interesting one. So we're talking a lot about that this was 2 months and a lot of work and so on. I'm just wondering, looking back, what would you have done differently if you had to do a small retrospective here?
In terms of solving the challenges, or
in general, in your participation in World Data League, would have you organized your time differently? Would you have had a different approach to the problems, like knowing what you know now?
Yeah, I think the most important thing that we learned is to get an MVP as soon as possible and try to discuss just from the start how you would go from a prediction to making an impact. And then it's just a matter of creating good visualizations to explain what you have in your mind and trying to create numbers that explain the impact that your specific solution has.
All right, perfect. I think that was the only question for me.
Yeah, thanks.
Awesome, cool. Paulo, thank you so much for popping in today.
Thanks.
And congratulations again for the win.
Thanks.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to the general leaderboard announcement. So we will see the top 10, which in other words means the teams that will go to the final. So let's see that leaderboard. 10th place, Belmanuel Soto. 9th place, Urbanata. 8th place, Data Chicks. 7th, Sidereus. 6th, E Bellissimo de Rete 4. Leon, I'll let you take it from here. You wanna?
Yes.
Give you the
5th, Akita. 4th, Next Epoch. 3rd, Children of Jupiter. 2nd, Tech Moguls, and 1st, Data Sloth. Just to notice, again, it would have been, if there wouldn't be a day without any problems, but those points are actually a bit different. I think there was a copy-paste problem to this leaderboard. Data Sloths actually have 718 points, and Tech Moguls is just 5 points behind with 713. Children of Jupiter with 596. And I think from now on, it's correct, right?
Yeah, 575, yeah. 564.
Perfect. So, okay, congratulations to all of the teams. If you're in the top 10 or not, for the ones that are in the top 10, we will see you in a month's time. You will really soon get information about the finals. But for the... And we have sound coming in the stream.
Guys, today we say goodbye to WDL and we say hello to every single possible technical problem. Okay,
this is basically all the technical problems that did not happen throughout the whole WDL. They're all just creeping into one show.
Exactly.
All right. So again, So where was I? Oh yeah, I was saying, so for the ones that are in the top 10, you will soon receive more information about how the finals will happen in the next coming week. And then for the other teams, well, again, congratulations on your hard work. I think, again, it was a hope for you. It was not for nothing, because in the end, you will see that you will see that your work is going to get published in our repository. It's going to be published in the white paper. We will make sure to include every team that submitted something as a contributor to the white paper as well. So, and we really hope that those solutions will also go somewhere in terms of application in the future. For me, I think, I don't know, I don't have much more to add. Maybe I'll let Miguel, Tammy, and Maggie say the last words in this league.
Yeah, I personally, I just want to say thank you to every single one of these teams who participated. Again, like Leon was saying, much more than the points and much more than the prizes is really those 79 submissions that we all pretty much created, and without anything anything in return other than the knowledge that was being created, the community that we are creating. Like, it's really, really beautiful to see everyone riling up around this initiative, and we're very, very, very proud with what you guys did with us. And now we're just gonna piggyback on what you guys did and gonna transfer that knowledge to the rest of the community, and hopefully bring some extra value to the next edition of WDL, and also to the finals, because WDL still has the finals. So thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, Maggie, I don't know if you want to add anything, or Tammy.
Yeah, from maybe a different perspective. Maybe me and Tammy probably talked to you more than anyone else. And it's really amazing to see not only the top team, but all the work you did during the league. Like, even if you didn't commit to the activities, we talked about other doubts, other problems, and you're also very open to receive new ideas. You're also very flexibility. We're awesome 50 teams for sure. I'm really happy to be a part of this project and get to know all of you. Like, I'm sure I'll talk to some of the teams and some of the people that participated forwards. So yeah, I'm really happy we were very lucky with the 50 teams we selected for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Maggie. Thank you all so much for allowing me to be one of your community managers. It has been such a great journey, and getting to know you. You participated in the games, the IF game, the scavenger hunts, like all of it. And it was just so much fun just interacting with you on Discord and connecting with quite a few of you actually on LinkedIn as well. So this has been such a great experience, and I'm so looking forward to the finals and seeing, where we go from there. But thank you all very much.
All right. Well, yeah, and just maybe I wanted to add one last note. It's that the finals, we are going to have a couple of sessions which are going to be public. So for sure, when we're going to open the finals and the roundtable about the topic, feel free to join. We will announce it, I guess, on Discord, on the newsletter. So just follow us. And then also for the top 3 pitches on the 10th of July, you will also be able to watch them live on YouTube with everyone. So if you do get some nostalgia regarding WDL, you can always join there if you're not one of the finalists. Otherwise, I think this is when we sign off. I don't know. I wish I could stay. It feels like I should be. I feel like I should be staying here and talking forever, and I kind of don't want this to end. But it's a goodbye, and thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
building on the lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true stock trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking taking over pieces and shares. A ball break sky high. Check the movement is here. Yeah. It's one heart, one shot. Now the future is yours. Go. I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. New memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. We put the balls in the brakes. I'm talking one chance at best, yes. Painting pictures for the culture, keep the brushes fresh. Flip the cover, work the drummer, passion never rests. Freedom is a teacher under pressure, now we blessed. See, I was so good for the go. There's one art, one shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah. It's one art, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
There used to be a time not so long ago where doing your admin was tough. Customers throwing bags and boxes full of invoices and receipts at their accountants, it was chaos. While the world around us became more digital, new challenges in the land of accounting arose. Challenges such as organizing the huge amount of documents coming from different sources in various formats. Yet somehow all of this data did seem to get perfectly organized in an almost magical way. Automatic and intelligent transactions being pushed in real time into financial systems like Twinfield, Xero, and Sage, as well as capturing receipts and expenses on the go, and staying in control with an outstanding workflow for approving invoices. Now, what made all this possible? What is their secret? Basecone, where accounting magic happens.
OLX Group is the world's fastest growing network of trading platforms, operating in more than 30 countries, with more than 20 well-loved brands. We shape the future of trade to unlock the hidden value in everything. Every month, more than 300 million customers rely on our brands and our platforms to buy or sell a car, to find the perfect place to live, to sell things for cash they no longer need, to find a great job. We unlock value for businesses and entrepreneurs, helping them find customers. We unlock value within our company too. We invest in our people, listen to and include everyone, and empower our teams to innovate. We combine the spirit and agility of a startup with the strong backing of Prosus, one of the largest consumer internet groups in the world. And we're proud of our positive contribution to the planet, helping the world make best use of its limited resources through more efficient trade. We are more than 7,000 people unified by a single purpose. We shape the future of trade to unlock the hidden value in everything. We are OLX Group.